Welcome back to Wrestling World. Today we'll be taking a look at Alexa Bliss's status, what's going on with the Mysterio family, and what seems to be a massive WWE issue. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and drop a like below. Let's start things off with Alexa Bliss because this is just really weird. Let's go back to November 30th, Alexa's last Raw appearance. The last time we saw Alexa was on this day with a Moment of Bliss segment. She had a stare down with Randy Orton, and Orton called her out for being the Fiend's weakness. The Fiend came out and Orton handed Alexa Bliss over to him before smirking and walking away. We haven't seen Alexa since. Bray Wyatt addressed her absence the following week by saying that she wasn't there because Randy Orton was too mean towards her. So everyone figured it was a one-week thing, and she'll return the following week to help Bray Wyatt. But no, Alexa was missing from Raw again. We're about to go on 3 weeks without any Alexa Bliss sightings. Was she removed from the story? Or what's going on here? Reports first claimed that Alexa's absence was related to the filming of a television show, but other reports followed that up and said that the show was filmed several weeks ago, so that couldn't be it. Hearing that her absence wasn't related to the show is when things started to get even more strange. No one knows the context behind her absence. Obviously, if it's a personal reason, if she's sick or anything like that, it's completely understandable. She can have all the time she needs. But if her absence was strictly storyline related, and it was booked to be like that, then I do have a little problem with that because it makes no sense. The whole intriguing part about the Firefly Funhouse was that Alexa Bliss was there, and it was going to be interesting to see how she meshed with Bray Wyatt's feuds. That's how this one started. It seems like she was going to play a huge role in the feud. Orton figures out that she's the weakness. Everything seems like it could be revolving around Alexa Bliss, and then she's gone for 3 weeks. It's just horrible timing. It was going to be interesting to see what Randy Orton would do next to Alexa Bliss, since he cracked the secret. But just removing her from TV really destroyed that aspect of the storyline. WWE announced that Orton would be coming to the Firefly Funhouse a few weeks ago, and fans had some great theories. They were saying things like how Orton was going to go in there, take Bray Wyatt out, and capture Alexa Bliss in order to lead the Fiend into a trap. Now, that sounds absolutely interesting, and it's some great follow-up to that original segment we had of Orton finding out she was the weakness. He had to capitalize on that discovery and capture Alexa Bliss in order to have that leverage over the Fiend. So that's what everyone was expecting, but Alexa has fully vanished from the story, with the only explanation being that it was because Randy Orton was too mean towards her. So we don't really have a lot to work with in regards to her absence. It's weird and it's strange to just write her off for a few weeks in the peak of this story, just like that. That's what makes me feel like the reason for her absence was something that just popped up, and they didn't have any real time to write her off properly, so can't really blame WWE here. On the bright side, WWE continues to advertise Alexa Bliss for WWE TLC. Her graphic is still being displayed with the Fiend for that match, so it's possible that she can return for this spot. It'll be a big spot to return for Alexa because it'll be her first match managing the Fiend. We've seen her manage Bray Wyatt before, but it'll be interesting to see if anything changes with her managing the Fiend. Will she be more serious and not wear the Firefly Funhouse attire? And will she be in full control over the Fiend as well? That's what we'll have to see. But that's pretty much it for the Alexa Bliss update. Like we said, if it was a personal reason, it's understandable. But if it was written like this on purpose, then it's a bit weird. We'll have to see if any more information comes out about her status. Speaking of missing superstars, that also brings us to the entire Rey Mysterio family. The Rey Mysterio family have really dominated the past few months in WWE from a viewership point of view. Any segment that contained the Mysterio family blew up with multiple millions of views. The Mysterio family was doing so amazing with their viewership and interest from the fans that it actually played a big role in why they were shifted over to SmackDown. SmackDown is obviously treated like the A show, and WWE wants to continue to impress Fox Network. So that's why they brought in the viewership juggernaut of the Mysterio Family to Fox's show. However, the entire Mysterio Family was nowhere to be found this past week on SmackDown, which caused a lot of rumors to circulate. The Mysterio Family is supposed to be locked in for every SmackDown. So, what caused them to miss the show? Reports claim that WWE Creative had nothing for them to do at all, and they just weren't booked for the show. WWE still kept the storyline on SmackDown by interviewing King Corbin and his new henchmen, but no physical appearance was made by any of the Mysterio family members, which also relates to this other report, and that's the fact that both Raw and SmackDown are seriously starting to lack proper direction. More specifically, SmackDown. Outside of the Roman Reigns storyline, SmackDown feels like it has no flow and no direction with anything. It's reported that there's a whole separate team that's always working on Roman Reigns' story, so that's why that story feels so rich compared to the rest of the show. Roman's story actually feels well thought out and planned in advance. Everything else on SmackDown feels like it's booked last second before the show goes on air, and that's a big problem. Reports claim that this could also be the reason why WWE is giving away pay-per-view matches on TV. They just have nothing else to do. They're having a tag team championship match on SmackDown, which could have been saved for TLC. Then, of course, we had Carmella vs. Sasha Banks on SmackDown, which was supposed to be a TLC match. Reports claim that Carmella and Sasha will still meet at WWE TLC. So that does kind of make you question the purpose of their SmackDown match. But that's what seems to be going on right now, according to these reports and rumors. Everything outside of the Universal title and WWE title picture seems to lack real direction and is just winged on a weekly basis, so hopefully they get everything together again soon enough. We'll have to wait and see. WWE had another creative decision that left everyone asking questions and looking for answers. After building Lana up for several months, pairing her with Asuka, even letting her pin Nia Jax, WWE decided to pull her from the WWE TLC match. WWE claims it's an injury, while reports claim that it was a WWE decision and storyline injury. So yeah, everyone thought TLC could be the big payoff for Lana, but turns out that it's not the payoff after all. She pinned Nia Jax, that was huge, but after getting all those tag team wins with Asuka, everyone thought they had a chance to win the titles. And it was an interesting matchup, only for Lana to be pulled from the match by WWE. It's hard to tell what they're planning here. Does Lana come back on Sunday and tough it out so she looks even more like a warrior? We don't know, but this was definitely a strange call by WWE. All that build-up to just rip away Lana from the match felt really strange, and no one saw that one coming. It's unlikely that Lana and Asuka will get another chance at a tag team title after TLC. The Riot Squad looks like a serious contender for the titles, and Asuka is still the Raw Women's Champion. She has to start defending that title again at some point. So the plan for Lana is looking a little foggy right now, but we'll have to see what WWE has in store for her. But what are your thoughts on today's wrestling news? Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.